Okay, today we're gonna do a little jump scare challenge. Boo. I don't get scared. I certainly don't scream out in fear under any circumstance. Here's the thing, I've had one real jump scare in my life. It was actually recently, and this is true. I woke up in the middle of the night, there was actually a spider crawling on my face, a spider. And I didn't scream, but I did. That was like, I almost fell out of bed because I woke up with a spider on my face. So just to give you an idea of the scale, 10 is spider on my face to 1. So I'll rate it that way. I am already disturbed by the snack selection. They've put these on the table next to me, Whoppers, which taste disturbing. So we're already primed here and ready to go. This first one is from The Conjuring. Sounds spooky. Is this scene 15 minutes long? Oh, come on, terrifying. Honestly, I got to rate that like a 2. That's not even. Well, no, that's a 1. That's the lowest level of scared. I've never been less scared in my life than I was in that moment. Okay, what's the next one? What's happening here? I don't have the setup for this. Maybe I need to understand the story more. Maybe that's the problem. Something sinister. Something sinister is happening. I know that. Is this supposed to actually be scary? I don't know what that was happening there. Maybe if I understood better the story. True crime writer Ellison Oswald is in a slump. He hasn't had a bestseller in more than 10 years, is becoming increasingly desperate for hits. When he discovers the existence of a snuff film showing the deaths of a family, he vows to solve the mystery. He moves his own family into the victim's home and gets to work. Wait a second. He finds old footage of a snuff film, and so he moves his family into the home where the snuff film happened? How did he convince his wife of that plan? That's got to cause a marital rift, I would think. I don't know. Maybe I give that a 2. I gave it a 2. It was a little bit creepier, only because I was confused. Okay, this is from The Descent. A year after a severe emotional trauma, Sarah goes to North Carolina to spend some time exploring caves with her friends. They learn they are not alone. Underground predators inhabit the crevices, and they have a taste for human flesh. You never want to find predators in your crevices, that's for sure.
I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
There's no breeze. It could be any one of these tunnels. Take your pick.
Oh, it.
Hello! Please.
Is there anybody there?
Hello!
Oh, the scary part happened already. I give that a 3. It was a little bit, the monster was pretty scary looking. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I was in that position, I would be pretty freaked out. Okay, this next one's Paranormal Activity 2. I've heard of this one. When the Rays move into their new Southern California home, little do they realize that the house is already occupied. Oh. That was like a 1. That was now we're going in the wrong direction. What I'm trying to figure out is they're in this house and then things like this start to happen, and rather than moving out, they set up surveillance. If it were me, and the first time that happens, I'm just moving. That's it. I'm not gonna stick around to see what happens next. It's frustrating. Okay, this next one. Okay, this one I obviously know. This is It. I've never seen It, but I have heard that it's pretty spooky. What was the plan there? Is that all this is about? Just setting up that? What was the plan? Was he just going to stand there? Is he standing the whole time? That I rate a 1. That was a 1 all the way. That was like when my 3-year-old tries to scare me. It was like that. I'm going to scare you, Daddy. Okay, continue.
That's where it lives.
I can't imagine anything ever wanting to live there.
Can we stop talking about this? I can barely breathe. This is summer. We're kids. I can barely breathe. I'm having a f***ing asthma
Pause for a sec. Is this the new It? Because this acting is terrible. This is really bad acting. Anyway, just wanted to point that out, but continue.
What the hell? Put the map back.
Is that it? The acting is not good. The acting is terrible. I'm sorry. I mean, no offense to those kids. I know they're young kids, but you're making a movie. You got to do better than that. And I don't get the whole clown thing. You know, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I just don't understand the whole clowns are scary thing. I don't, like, they're not funny either, but. This next one is Insidious. Parents take drastic measures when it seems their new home is haunted and their comatose son is possessed by a malevolent entity. I gotta keep checking behind me because of you guys.
I could feel that someone was awake in the house. I went into Dalton's room.
Okay, get to the point. Of course, she's a woman taking forever to tell this story.
There was something in there with him.
Well, how do you not lead with that if that's what happened?
It was standing there in the corner. I asked it, "Who are you?" And it said it was a visitor. I said, "What do you want?"
Why is she having a conversation with it?
I can still hear that voice.
Is that was like a 1. You want to relate to him that there was some kind of strange beast in his son's room last night, and you have this, it takes you 10 minutes to get, I was walking up the stairs, it was cold, I was hungry, it was a dark night. It was like, okay, let's start with the headline. There was a strange figure in my son's room. Can you tell me that first, and we'll work backwards? And then, so you open the door, and there's this strange figure in the room, and rather than grabbing the kid and leaving, you have a conversation with the thing. Why are you here? What are you doing? What do you want? What's your favorite color? My first move is, well, first, this is why you should be armed, but if you're not armed, you grab the kid and you get out. McKenna, what happens next? Oh, it was a dream. Well, but still, my criticism stands. Let's go to this. Okay, this one I know. I remember, I saw this a long time ago. So I don't know how much luck you're gonna have on this, but this is The Ring. It sounds like just another urban legend. A videotape filled with nightmarish images leads to a phone call foretelling the viewer's death in exactly 7 days. Newspaper reporter Rachel Keller is skeptical of the story until 4 teenagers all die mysteriously exactly 1 week after watching Just a Ch- Oh, I remember this now, yeah. Yeah, this one annoyed me too because the whole premise of this horror film is that if you watch a movie, then you'll die. And of course, everyone is like the obvious, well, just don't watch it.
She was close with you.
And Aiden.
She confided in you.
Yeah, but she never said anything. Nothing that would explain what happened.
But you could find out. It's what you do. Ask questions. Rachel, please. I saw her face.
Sorry, it wasn't really funny. I don't know why I laughed at that. It's not funny. I mean, if that happened in real life, I wouldn't think it was funny. I found this, I think when I was a kid and I saw this, I was relatively scared by it. So if I'm gonna rate it on me as a kid, I'd give that it was probably about a 7. But it's a 1 right now. My soul has slowly died over time. All right, let's go to number 8 is Hereditary. When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter and grandchild begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry, trying to outrun the sinister fate they have inherited. This one I haven't seen, but I have heard about it, and I've heard that it's, even people, I've heard from many people who have said that they're not really into horror movies, but this one, dude, this one is really scary. This one is, I'm telling you. That's what I've heard. Is that his mom up there? I mean, that's gross. I don't want to see that, but. Why would you run to the attic in a horror movie?
Stop! Mom, please stop! Mom, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry! Mommy, please, I'm begging you to stop!
Of all the places to run to. What was that going on there? Those were his parents? Who was the naked guy? His dad? Who was the naked guy? I'm too confused to be scared by that, once again. So I'll put that at 2. All right, we're coming to the end of the list. Mercifully, this is Exorcist 3. Seen the first one, never saw the other 2. Let's see what they got. I was looking at the popcorn. I missed that completely. That might have been. That might have been the 10, but I missed it because I was staring at my popcorn. So that's a 1. All right, our last one is relaxing car drive. I told you, I'm not, I wish, you know what? I wish I had that capability to be scared like that. Well, I gotta rate that a 1 as well. I gotta be honest with my ratings. You know, I think this would be a much more entertaining content if I was screaming like a girl the whole time, probably. But I gotta be straightforward and honest that I think all of those just failed utterly. Happy Halloween.